It's that time of the year. It's starting to not feel like death outside. I mean, the best time of the year. If you guys haven't liked the stream yet, make sure you do so. It helps me out tremendously. Guys, pretty big news. We're doing our award predictions today. I have it all set up. We have a fun little format. There's quite a lot of news happening. Today's the rookie extension deadline, I think. So we're going to get some news throughout the day. I think we already had Kevin Porter Jr. just signed a contract. Jordan Poole signed a contract a couple days ago. I don't even know who else is a candidate, because Jordan Poole got his, Tyler Hero got his. Those are kind of the big ones. I already tweeted out that I'm live. I'm not fucking around. This is our last stream of the preseason, I guess you could say. This is our last stream of the preseason. The next time we are live on this channel after today will be tomorrow night when we are watching the games tomorrow. What up, Wicked? What up, Optimistic Mavs fan? Love it. Just a bit more and we are off to the races. That's right. One more day until the NBA starts. 2 more days till the Mavs season starts. We're looking great. Bleach and House of Dragons, episode fire. House of Dragons, that show's just fucking incredible. I mean, it just gets it. Man, I can't wait till Dak comes back. Why are the Eagles fans so hype after beating Cooper Rush? I didn't watch. But the good news is if we come over here, Mavs haven't dropped the jersey vid yet. Hurts throws for 150 yards and he's him apparently. I don't give a fuck about the NFL. I don't care. I'm not talking about it. Come over here. You notice something missing? Huh? You notice? Desktop Windows Manager. Nowhere to be found. I think I might have fixed it. Mavs game is on Wednesday. Did I say 2 days? Yeah, tomorrow's when the NBA season starts. Let us wait to establish his dominance. We're doing prize picks for tomorrow's Mavs game. We're doing prize picks for tomorrow's game. Yes, tomorrow's games. But the Mavs don't play tomorrow. Are Mavs going to fill the last roster spot or what? Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be Facu. He's in Dallas. So this is a huge development. I think that we are in the clear. Well, knock on glass. But I think I might have figured out the desktop Windows Manager issue. In the clear. For the time being. But so far, things are looking promising. I figured out the problem. It was a memory leak issue. It wasn't me. It was a common thing, apparently, amongst Intel graphic cards. So, woo. And I'm a fucking idiot, and I didn't realize. I did not realize that NBA.com just dropped some power rankings. Oh god, this could only make us mad. I'm assuming power rankings Oh God, here we go. Dorsey got released. Did he? I like in the mornings. I don't really look at the news, so it takes me a while before I'm like getting the same news. Bouknight, yeah, I saw Bouknight got arrested for a DWI. Apparently, this stuff I've seen going around Twitter. I mean, it seems legit, right? There's like a mugshot of him and everything, but I haven't seen it reported on by anybody huge. Like the person who's reported it was just kind of like a guy on Twitter, I think. But his name is in yeah, his name's in the online database or whatever, and there is a mugshot. I just don't see his NBA career lasting much longer. He seems like he has off the court issues. He did in UConn, and he fucking is terrible. Like he just has been terrible up until this point in his career. So I don't know how much longer his career is gonna last. To be 1,000% honest with you, it would be one thing if he was good, but he's just been awful. I hope Dorsey finds a team, but most likely it won't be an NBA team. He might go back to Europe. Yeah, he's probably gonna go back to Europe. Did that happen? Like, did he get cut? Is there any like actual real stuff on this? Okay, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at here. You got to be careful browsing on Twitter. I haven't seen anything about him being cut yet, but he's gonna get cut. I'm almost willing to bet anything. And Compazzo. Is this how you spell it, right? No official announcement yet, but I'd say Facu Campazzo talking with Greg St. Jean and walking around the Mavs facility with Luka Doncic today is a pretty good indication. Here you go. This was 30 minutes ago. There he is. Very short guy, right? He's a smaller guy. But, yeah, it looks as if Facu is going to be a member of the Dallas Mavericks. So, I mean, do with that information what you will, but it seems like they're just kind of working things out. Another news story, Kevin Porter Jr. signs a very interesting contract. I mean, Kevin Porter Jr. just signed straight up an NFL contract. Am I crazy? I'm not very excited about Facu. No, I'm not very excited either. After all this extension, does it change your look on the Brunson extension? Yeah, Brunson's contract's going to look good. Kevin Porter Jr., 4-year, $82 million, right? I mean, just on the surface, that seems like about right, I would say. I could definitely see a team out there giving him that in the offseason. But then you look a little bit deeper, and very interesting that only the first season is fully guaranteed in Kevin Porter Jr.'s extension. That's the carrot to keep him focused on and off the court. Good work by both sides to find middle ground. So, yeah, it's Kevin Porter Jr.'s 4-year extension is only guaranteed for $15.86 million, all in year one, sources said. The contract includes June trigger dates after first season, but the Rockets can essentially release Porter at any point without further pay up to the $82 million. So this is 100% an NFL contract. Like, I've talked about this before, but NFL contracts are so fucking funny where it's like, oh my God, player sign. Joe Johnson signs for $145 million. Holy shit. And then the next year he gets cut and be like, Joe Johnson will receive only $1.8 million of his contract. It's like, wait, what? Yeah, Joe Johnson. Isn't there actually a Joe Johnson in the NFL? React to this awful NBA power rankings. I'll go over it. Why'd he get that thug clause? Thug clause? I did see people on Twitter calling it that, though. Oh, there's a tweet right there. He's had off the court issues. I mean, it's no secret. That's why he fell in the draft. That's why Cleveland just got rid of him. But this is a good deal for both sides. It really is. Well, everyone's saying great deal for Kevin Porter Jr. We'll see if he's locked in. Yeah, it's a great deal for him. Rockets, I mean, great deal. They did a great job. Can't believe this guy. Yeah, for real, he got an NFL contract through and through. So that's what's been going on today. Obviously, Jordan Poole got an extension. I don't know if we were talking, if I was alive when that happened or what, but Jordan Poole got his extension. Wiggins got his extension. Warriors make out like bandits yet again. Fuck, not Jordan Pook. This is a nice little post. Jeremy Lin shouting him out. Lou Dort's extension. All right, where was the news story? $140 million over 4 years. I mean, a huge bag. He got a huge bag. What was it, like $35 million a year? Did you play some bets this season? I think the only bet I placed was the Hornets under, which feels like a lock. It feels like a lock. Okay, if you guys haven't liked the stream yet, make sure you do so. Like, less than 10% of you have liked the stream. Or no, less than like 15% of you like the stream. So if you can like the stream, it helps out tremendously. I hate to ask, but that's $25 million a year, not 35. 4 years, $140 million. No, it's 35. Wasn't like 20 million of that clauses like MVP and Defensive Player of the Year? I don't know about Jordan Poole's. I know that it's Tyler Heroes was like that. He's earned every penny, but I reminded him that last year in the playoffs, he played 17 or 18 minutes a game. I want to play him 30, 32 minutes, but that can only happen if he continues his progression on defense. Ooh, I like that. Hey, I like that. A coach, hey, you just got an extension. That's great. You're still not shit, though. Like, you're still getting 15 minutes in the playoffs. That's great. Wiggins also got an extension, too, which leads me to believe Draymond's out. Like, I just, they would have to pay, I think it's something like $400 to $500 million in the tax if they want to keep all of these guys next year. So Andrew Wiggins is taking a salary cut on a 4-year, $109 million extension. Yeah, I actually think he would have gotten more than that on the open market, especially if he had another good season. So a pretty good deal for the Warriors. But again, that does lead me to believe, like, they're going to be, I mean, I don't think Draymond's coming back. I just don't. What the Warriors will actually be paying for each player next season, including tax, $116 million for Steph, $97 for Clay, $70 for Poole, $62 for Draymond, $55 for Wiggins, $27 million for Wiseman. You see, like, that's how hard in the tax they are, that they're paying like DiVincenzo $11 million technically. When isn't he on like a four? Was it like $4 million? What was his contract? Still, shit's insane. The majority owner is Joe Lacob. And they're willing to spend money. Draymond is taking the vet min as a punishment for his punch. I think Draymond's does not seem like the type who's going to take a big pay cut. Like, I think he's gone. I think the writing is clear and obvious on the wall. A lot of people say he'll get traded during the season. There's no fucking way. But in the offseason, though, yeah, he's gone. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's look at this power rankings. Will this piss me off? You see who showed up to the mass practice? LO, unfortunately, looks like you won't get to mute the name. Yeah, we just looked at that video. All right, blah, blah, blah. Plus minus players of the preseason, right way. Jalen Williams, J-Dub. I fucking love Jalen Williams, man. Wrong way, James Bouknight. Yeah. Yep. As I was literally just saying, he's just been terrible. Movements and jumps since late summer / preseason. Cleveland up 6. I'm guessing that was before the Donovan Mitchell trade. Houston up 4. Really? Okay. Orlando up 4. Free falls of the late summer / preseason. Utah. Yeah, I'm guessing Donovan Mitchell trade. Chicago -5. Interesting. OKC -3. Chet, Shea. All right, let's get into it. Golden State number 1. No problem there. I'm not reading all of this. Bucks number 2. Don't really have a problem there. Celtics number 3. Yep. Suns number 4. Man, that feels high. Like, I know they won 64 games last year, but they got worse. They're like, the last time we saw them, it was so stinky. Their depth is a major concern. Clippers at 5. See, the Clippers are better than the Suns. Like, if we're just going power rankings, what teams look like right now, come on. Sixers at 6. Nuggets at 7. Grizzlies at 8. All right. With no Jaren Jackson to start the season, huh? Heat at 9. All right. Nets at 10. Cavs at 11. Raptors at 12. Hold on now. Mavs at 13. Okay. Let's see what they have to say. The Mavs played just 3 preseason games. Fused the league. Luka Doncic scored an efficient 40 points in his 48 minutes on the floor. Jesus Christ. He was 8 of 9 in the paint. Yeah. What was he? Also in Eurobasket, he shot like 88% in the paint. Getting defenders who seemingly had him stopped to bite on his subtle pump fakes. But the Mavs remain a jump shooting team, with 62% of their preseason shots, the league's highest rate coming from outside the paint. You want to know my bold prediction? I was actually thinking about this in the shower this morning. My bold prediction, I think the Mavericks will break the record for threes made in a game this year. I actually think they'll do it. And it's not because they're like some great, prolific three-point shoot. Like, they're not some like insanely good three-point shooting team, some of the best shooters of all time. But they're going to shoot more threes than anybody. They're going to shoot up a ton. They're going to put up a ton of threes. In the last 3 seasons, they've ranked 30th, 28th, and 30th in percentage of their shots that have come in the paint. They also ranked last in the preseason rebounding percentage by a healthy margin. So he's basing this off of fucking preseason stats? Something to watch in week 1. Does Christian Wood close? Wood came off the bench in all 3 preseason games and played just 26 of his 68 minutes with Doncic, but the team, again, he played a whole entire game without Luka. But they teamed up for a pick and roll layup on their very first offensive possession together, and the Mavs scored 65 points in those 26 minutes. Holy shit. Their first 2 opponents had the league's 2 best clutch records last season. It certainly would be fun to see Doncic go head-to-head down the stretch of a close game against Chris Paul and or Ja Morant. Yeah, we're going to be like the Rockets and also miss 27 straight threes. That could happen at some point. I mean, let's just call it what it is. All right, Timberwolves 14th, Hawks 15th. Wow, they have the Hawks as an average team. I mean, just look at all these teams, though. Nice. They're not as high on the Pelicans as me either. I mean, these are good teams right here that are in this area because the NBA is just stacked. Bulls 17, Knicks 18, Lakers 19, 20 Kings, Blazers 21, Wiz, Magic all the way up at 23, Rockets all the way up at 24. Don't know if I would put the Rockets over the Pistons, to be honest with you. Hornets down to 26, Thunder all the way down to 27. Seems harsh. I'd put them over the Hornets. I'd probably put them over the Rockets too. I don't know what it is. I'm not a big Rockets guy. Jazz, Pacers, Spurs. Yeah, that's fair. I've seen Luka beat Ja in the clutch time. Luka's done pretty good against the Grizzlies. Do you think the bottom 10 teams will have more than 55 losses? Like, all of them? There's definitely gonna... I don't think the Spurs win 20 games. I really don't. There will be at least one team that does not win 20 games this year. Oh, the 20th worst team has 55? No, it's not going to be that extreme. Like, somebody's got to win games. And you got to remember for the Magic, the Rockets, the Pistons, even the Thunder, like, they would like to think they already have their young stars. So, while, yeah, for them, if it gets to a certain point in the season, they're going to try to lose. But for the time being, like, you would like to see your guys go out there and play well and develop. So you're not going to be, like, hard tanking. But a team like Portland, could they shut it down? Yes. Wizards, could they shut it down? Yes. Pacers, obviously. Like, Hornets, yes. Like, I'm trying to think of teams that, if it's not going well, like, Lakers honestly should think about it. What is their pick situation? I know Los Angeles Lakers... From what I understand, there's just so many weird protections on this pick that it makes it to where they can't trade. That's why, like, it's a 2027, 2029 picks. Okay, so 2023 draft, first round, Pelicans have right to swap picks. So they don't really have an incentive to tank. So you see, this is why the Pelicans really just have this year pick swap next year's pick, owned by the Pelicans, and have rights to receive 2025 pick instead. So the Pelicans can basically say next year, we don't want this pick. Like, we'll wait until next year. Which, if I had to guess, probably is what they would do. If you think about it, like, if LeBron comes back next year and I'm the Pelicans, I'm like, all right, I'm going to wait and see. Like, LeBron's probably... There's no way LeBron's spending 3 more years in LA. Just no way. So that's why, like, their pick situation is weird. Last year, 6 teams had 55 plus losses. I think there'll be more this year. Can't get my point across very well. I mean, it's definitely possible. It's going to be a mad race to the bottom for those teams. But there's so many teams, too, that, like, don't have their picks. So it's like I would think if it goes wrong for the Bulls early and there's some injuries, like, yeah, it would kind of make sense for them to pull the plug quickly. But I don't even think they have their pick, right? They don't. I think the Magic have it. Unless it's protected. Which I don't know. Is it? Here we go. Chicago Bulls future draft picks. 2023. Bulls protected top 14. Okay. Bulls protected top 4. So they have, wait, they have the Blazers pick? Traded Lauri Markkanen in a 3-team trade with the Blazers Cavaliers for Derrick Jones Jr. Draft pick from Blazers. First round pick protected 14. Top 14 in 2022, 2028. Okay, so they have like a super heavily protected Blazers pick, I guess. Okay, so I guess it's a top 4 protected pick. I guess if it goes really bad for them, they could tank to the bottom, but a lot would have to go bad. Well, yeah, the Knicks have our pick this year, but it is the Knicks have the Mavs pick this year, but it's protected, top 10. So if things go really bad for the Mavs, they could tank. And then it's all gravy from there. What are some other teams? Like, let's make sure the Wizards have their pick and there wasn't some weird trade. Wizards have the Rockets protected top 14. Traded Russell Westbrook for John Wall draft picks. First round pick protected top 14 in 2023, top 12, 2024, top 10, 2025, top 8, 2026. All right, so they got a Rockets top 14 pick, which they're not getting. Thunder protected. When did they get this? What the hell? Traded rights to Sengun to Rockets for draft pick, first round protected top. Okay. The Knicks one. How'd they get this? Okay, all of these crazy trades. Let's make sure the Hornets have their pick. Wasn't there some weird trade for them? All right, a bunch of protected ones. So is there any team that like might be bad that won't have their pick? The only one I can really think of right now is the Lakers, where it's like things could go terrible for them and the Pelicans might end up with theirs. Imagine if we tank and get Victor W. I don't like talking about the Mavs tanking because something would have to happen for that to occur, and I'm not saying it out loud. Like, something terrible would have to happen. I'm not saying out loud what it is. In Western Conference, it's possible 4 teams will have 55 plus losses. I mean, if the Mavs find themselves in a position where things are bad, yeah, I definitely think it's worth it. Yeah, fuck tanking. Also, I don't thirst over a new young player. I want the one we have, simply other currently great players around him. Yeah, I mean, I get the idea for sure, but basically what I'm saying is Luka would have to get injured for an entire season. And obviously, I don't fucking want that. For a lot of different reasons. Like, you play a dangerous game when shit like that happens. All right, let me just see really quick before we get into the award predictions, which we're about to do. Let me just look really quick here at some of these betting odds. Let me see if anything's changed. More importantly, let me look at the people are betting on the Mavs over, man. People are betting on the Mavs over, hammering the Grizzlies over, hammering the Sixers over. Suns under. People are hammering the Suns under. Clippers over. Under on both the Bucks and the Celtics. Wow, people are hammering the Grizzlies over. Cavs over. People love it. Hawks over. People love it. Okay. Lakers under. Raptors over by a lot. Holy shit. Minus 150. Is that the... That's the most money we've seen on any of these. Pelicans over. People love it. Even the Bulls over. People love. Hornets under. It's actually dropped. It was 35, I think. It was 35, I think, whenever I got mine in. Let me look. Let me look at what I got it at. This was like days ago. I think it was by far the most bet on one. Let me see. Open bets. Oh, is that 36.5? 6 days ago. So it's dropped significantly. That's a big, I mean, that's a pretty big drop. 3 points and 3 wins. And people are just hammering in the under still. You would bet the Hornets under 25? That's too low, but people hammering the Wizards under. Kings over. Okay. Pistons under. Magic over. Jazz under 24.5. I don't think that's, I would not feel safe with that bet at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. Thunder under. That's crazy. You guys want to know some of the futures I've had? Here we go. I picked the Eagles to win the NFC. Feeling pretty good about that. At plus 1100. Put 20 on it. $220 if they win the NFC. Easy. Eagles to win the East. Easy money. Patriots under 8.5 wins. Don't know how that's going. The media and experts disrespect to our Mavs too much. People like Reggie Miller calling Kleba a bad defender, etc. Those fools don't really know. No, they don't. And I was listening to the fucking Woj had Kristaps Porzingis on his podcast today. By the way, Kristaps Porzingis could be a politician. Like he's so well media trained. It's unbelievable. He just says, like, even back in Dallas, he just says the right things. Where it's like you want to get mad at him, but then you listen to his interview and you're like, okay, like he's okay. I can't like be too mad at him. But Woj was like really trying to stir the pot. Woj was like, yeah, you and Luka hated each other's guts, and we all know it. So how was that like? And Kristaps was like, no, we didn't hate each other. You know, there were some disagreements, but we didn't hate each other. And then Woj was like, no, but like everyone thinks European players are best friends, but you guys really didn't like each other. So tell me, what do you think about everyone thinks European players like each other, and you and Luka didn't like each other? And Kristaps was like, no, we liked each other. It was fine. Woj fucking sucks. You want to know something? Woj, your podcast is garbage. It's the worst fucking podcast I've ever heard. All right, and it just falls in line with ESPN. Everything they do is trash. Everything they touch turns to shit. All right, they have nothing good over there. Not a single fucking thing. Their show's horrible. Podcast, terrible. Unlistenable. Most of the shit they write, horrible. Garbage, right? Their live sports experience, disgraceful. It's terrible. Okay? And I was watching the fucking, I don't remember what, was it the Bucks Nets was on ESPN a couple nights ago? I was watching it. My God, it's horrible. Like the whole game, they just spin pushing narratives. They don't talk about the teams. They don't really talk about the players outside of like trying to, stir the pot and talk about some drama. That way you tune into fucking First Take tomorrow morning and hear Stephen A. Smith talk out of his ass. It's just such a horrible product, man. Like, seriously, it's so bad. Yeah, Zach Lowe's good. I mean, there's some good stuff, obviously. Like, it's a 24/7 news cycle with 14 different channels. So, naturally, you're going to have a few bright spots here and there. There's some people over there that are good. But for the most part, it's awful. It's awful. And I'm not even going to blame the people over there because that's how it's supposed to be. But it's terrible. Old media, out. New media, also trash, right? Most of the new media player podcasts are awful. Get them out. New media, that's where we step into the fold. That's where we give us 10 to 20 years. Give us 10 to 20 years. We're patient. We're a patient bunch. We can wait. We can wait. That's looking embarrassing from Woj. I reckon the ESPN got an agenda against Luka and the Mavs. Just listen to the dribble from Stephen A. Smith over the years. I don't even think it's that. I thought Woj just Wanted to get a quick little, this will boost the engagements on this one. Holy shit. People are going to go crazy over this. You guys hate each other, right? Chris App's like, no. Ward's like, okay, yeah, but you guys really did. I mean, between you and me, right? You guys hate each other. Woj pretty ass as a reporter. LOL, as a journalism major, he's trash and just wants to get the news rather than the right. Yeah, I mean, I went to journalism school, switched majors halfway through because I had a journalism professor who was literally telling me, like, what do you want to do? And I was like, sports media. And he was like, get out. Like, you do not need to be in journalism school for that. Let me just tell you. And I was like, okay. Kenny's content is mid? No. I like Kenny's stuff a lot. Kenny's part of the new media. He doesn't even know it yet, though. We'll meet someday soon and hash it out. What was just straight up a mouthpiece for free agency? Yeah, he is. Definitely a mouthpiece. Luke and KP have both said again and again that they got along fine enough and nobody wants to believe them. They were literally just coworkers to each other and people act like that's unacceptable. Yeah, exactly. I mean, people thought... And I mean, it's kind of fair. They were both Europeans, right? Like, people thought that they were going to be best buds. And it just wasn't like that. But there was never like, hey, they hate each other. There was none of that. And yeah, every single time that they've been asked about it, they both been like, no, we're cool. And they're like, no, you're not cool, though. Like, we know. We know you guys actually hate each other's guts. Like, it's just fucking weird. Why when people talk about Wemby as the best prospect since LeBron, they forget Luka portfolio as a prospect? You have to remember that Ayton was the consensus #1 overall pick in that draft. Like, there were some people who disagreed, but like Ayton going #1 at the time was like, yeah, that makes sense. Then it was downhill after that. Isn't that kind of racist just to be like, yeah, all Euros love each other? I think it's more so. It's kind of like a fraternity almost where, they probably play against each other overseas and like you come over to a foreign country and, you just kind of relate to each other. So you kind of bond over that. I think it has more to do with that than anything else. It's the same way guys who grew up, in America playing AAU, like they're friends all growing up. And then when they make the NBA, you see that a bunch. So it's kind of the same thing. Wemby's definitely the most high prospect. Yeah, true. Not all Europeans are white either. Wemby's definitely the most hype prospect, I would say, since... Man, since who? Like, we always say since LeBron, but then we forget, like, Anthony Davis was stupid hype. Anthony Davis is on Team USA immediately. So, like, he was super hyped. Zion was super hyped. I mean, Wiggins was super hyped. Wiggins, though, at a certain point for Wiggins, yeah, Kevin Durant was super hyped. At a certain point, in Wiggins' like college season, it was like, okay, he's not Maple Jordan. I do remember that. But it feels like everyone's just like, yeah, LeBron was the last hype prospect. It's like, what about all these other stupid hype prospects? All right, here we go. Let's get into it. NBA, Jared Culver? Yeah, true. Shout out to Red Raider Nation. Shout out to Jared Culver. Fight Raiders fight for the school we love so dearly. We'll hit them high, we'll hit them low, we'll push the ball across the goal. Tech, fight. We'll praise your name, we'll scream it, fight for the scarlet and the black. We will hit them, we will wreck them, Texas Tech. And the victory bells will ring out. Just something to think about. All right, NBA award predictions. You see right here, beautiful graphics. Thank you very much. Spent a lot of time on this one right here. This is one of my best works, I think. This is one of my better ones. Took me about 13 to 14 hours to get the shadows right, get the reflection right, get the color I wanted. So, yeah, if you guys could like the stream, would would really be appreciated. Really appreciate it. Here's how we're gonna go about it. I predicted every single major award. Shout out to the homeless. Yeah, shout out to the homeless. Every single major award I predicted, I have 3 different predictions, okay? That sounds like a cop-out. I have my real prediction. I'll just show you guys. We start with the MVP. We're not fucking around, right? 3 different categories. First and foremost, I have my slightly insane category. These are guys who are outside of the top 10 in betting odds that I think have pretty good chances, right? Like if I had to pick somebody outside of my top 10, that's who I'm going with, all right? Slightly safe pick. This is who you put a gun to my head. I had to pick a player. This is who I'm going to pick. Like this is just, I feel that there's less risk involved with this player than anybody else. And then my slightly biased pick, this is who I actually think is going to win it. Mark it down, put it in the fucking books, all right? They may be homeless, but they are homies. And they won't be homeless for long. Once I take over things, right? Once my Vanguard party takes over things and we take over things, right? They won't be homeless for much longer. I'll tell you that much. Call me slightly Mao Zedong. All right. Here we go. MVP odds. My slightly insane one is Trae Young. He's sitting at 13th. And I just think out of everybody outside of the top 10, he's the one that makes the most sense to me. Let's go ahead and look over. Now, these odds were literally changing on me as I was doing them. So people are putting money on the awards as it stands. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody below this is outside of the top 10. Trae Young makes the most sense to me. Braun, is he going to play enough games? Are the Lakers going to be good enough? I highly doubt it. Devin Booker, just no chance. I don't think he has any narrative on his side whatsoever. Trae Young kind of makes sense. Like if the Hawks are a top 2 seed or something, and Trae Young does like something similar he did last year where he leads the league in assists and points, like I could see him. Dame's interesting. Jimmy, no chance. Cat, no. Ant, no. Anthony Davis is kind of interesting, but again, with LeBron, like 1, Anthony Davis is not going to play enough games, and 2, there's no way the Lakers are going to be good enough. Harden, there's no way with Embiid there. LaMelo, like you're wasting money. You're literally burning money. See, like everyone else here, it's just like, like out of this grouping down here, who would I pick? Honestly, if I had to choose one, I would maybe go Darius Garland. Like that sounds nuts, but I could see Trae averaging efficient 30 and 10, winning MVP. Yeah, he's going to put up numbers, and their team's not going to be bad. So that's like, if I had to pick anybody outside of the top 10, that's who I'm going with. Now we go with my slightly safe, put a gun to my head. Who am I going with? Joel Embiid. It's just, I think the Sixers are going to be a really good regular season team. I think they're going to win a lot, and he has all the narratives on his side. Zion's a good sleeper pick too, but he was inside the top 10, so it didn't meet my criterion. I just think that he's probably the safest pick. Second in MVP voting 2 years in a row. He's made a big fuss about it. Now what's interesting is like podcasts I've listened to where like NBA award voters are on there. They think it's annoying when people make a big fuss about not winning awards, and Embiid has done it. So maybe he's rubbed some of the voters the wrong way. But if the Sixers are like the 1 seed in the East, which I predicted them to be, and Embiid has a great season and is healthy for most of the season, it could be his year. It definitely could be his year. But with the slightly biased pick, I mean, you know exactly where I'm headed with this one. Luka Doncic. Obviously, the writing's on the wall. I picked the Mavs to finish second. In the West. If that happens, Luka's winning MVP. Like I'm telling you right now, if the Mavs are a top 3 seed in the West, Luka's winning MVP. It's a foregone conclusion. Okay? It's all about winning for the Mavs. He's going to put up numbers. If the Mavs are winning, he's obviously going to be a huge, huge, huge reason for that. And it's 3rd year in a row he's led he's been the favorite for MVP betting. So he's had top 6 finishes each of the last 3 seasons. And on top of that, what's really helping Luka right now is he had a very good postseason run a year ago. Sort of the Mavs as a team sort of defied expectations and went further than anybody thought. And that will help. That will definitely help, especially when some of the guys he's going up against in MVP voting, right? Giannis, if we're being realistic, Giannis should maybe win every year. But I could see the more I think about the Bucks, I could see them losing more in the regular season just because they don't really care and they're getting bored. And like Giannis has won 2. I could see some voter fatigue there. KD's actually kind of an interesting option. Jokic, there's just no chance. There's no way in hell Jokic is winning 3 in a row. But, you know, KD coming off of a terrible playoff series. Embiid coming off of another stinker in the playoffs. You know, that you have to think about that shit. That shit does matter. Look at Kawhi at 10. That feels like you're burning money as well. Luka should have a good narrative this year. Yeah, he'll have narrative on his side. I think like the NBA is kind of wanting to start pushing some younger guys really, really hard. And Luka's a perfect candidate for that. The shoe stuff, that stuff really interests me. Luka is now, let's go over to if you just go look at Luka's Twitter page. The amount of schools that are going to be rocking Luka's this year. Marquette. This one's nice. This is a nice colorway right here. I like it. Howard. Looks cool too. And he's wearing him at games. You have UNC, obviously. Florida. I know San Diego State is also using Luka ones too. Like, man, it's... Yeah, HBCU Luka. I really do think... What up, Craig? I really do think that... Hold on, let me look up the San Diego State one. San Diego State. I just thought it would pop up, honestly. Obviously, there is a very notorious San Diego State alum. I don't know if he actually graduated from there, but... San Diego State's rocking Luka ones this year, and they look fucking clean as hell. These are incredible. So it seems like most Jordan schools are going to be wearing Luka ones. I'm interested to see if like Michigan gets them. I know they're a Jordan school too, but I think if the Mavs are good, I think it's Luka's year. I really do. The shoe stuff you really can't overlook. Here he's in Dallas and he has his own Jordan 1. I'm assuming it's doing really well. All of these college teams are rocking Luka ones. Like, it's super marketable, and he's in Dallas. So this idea that you have to be in New York, you have to be in LA to market, it's just not true, I don't think. It just really isn't. I think that bodes well for the future. That Luka can see, all right, look at the brand you can build for yourself in Dallas. Like, you don't have to go to LA. You don't have to go to New York. You can stay here and brand out. Because Luka, I'll tell you this right now, Luka cares more about this shit than Dirk ever did. Like, I'm just going to tell you, that's clear and obvious. Dirk really never seemed like he gave a fuck about any of this. Let the media eat cake. It's Luka's year. Well, the media likes Luka, though, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend like they don't. All right, so here's my MVP ballot. Let's move on to Rookie of the Year. Finding somebody outside the top 10 was kind of hard because outside the top 10, it's like guys who are outside the top 10 for a reason. But I went with my slightly insane pick as Ousmane Dieng from the Thunder. Plus 4,500, 15th. I don't know how many minutes he's going to get early on in the year, but he had some moments in the preseason where I was like, Jesus Christ, 6'10", super fluid. Seemed like he should, he was supposed to be a project, but man, there were moments in the preseason where he looked way more polished than people thought. So he would be my slightly insane pick. Like, I wouldn't bet on him. Like, let's just look at, like, everybody outside of this. Abaji, maybe. Jalen Duren, I don't see it. Blake Wesley. Sochan, like, there's just no way he does enough offensively. Ousmane Dieng, maybe. Like, this is, like, where we're at. Jane Hardy. Some of these other guys, like, I don't know if they're even going to play enough. Jovic is kind of interesting, I guess. Ty Washington, maybe, if they're like, holy shit, we actually need a point guard. Braun the Pacers is my sleeper. Well, he's number 2. So, but like, there's a huge gap between Paolo and everyone else. Benedict Mathurin's actually the same as Keegan Murray now. That's interesting. Jalen Williams is another interesting one, but he was 9th, so he didn't meet my criteria. Johnny Davis, you're burning money. You're literally burning money if you bet on Johnny Davis to win Rookie of the Year. Like, you might as well take whatever money you put on Johnny Davis and put it on like Jane Hardy or something. Jake LaRavia? Yeah, it could be. I mean, you know, with the Grizzlies. My slightly safe pick is obviously Paolo. Like, if you put a gun to my head, I'm taking Paolo. He's going to put up the numbers. He's going to have the opportunity. Number 1 overall pick. Like, Just makes the most sense. His game is stupid. He's a walking bucket. He's gigantic. He's like literally a huge giant out there on the floor. Johnny Davis in Summer League didn't look like a first-round pick. He looks terrible. No, I mean, wish him all the best. But I would be shocked if Paolo doesn't win Rookie of the Year. I just would. But with my pick, I'm going with Keegan Murray. Here's my reasoning, right? I think Keegan Murray is going to put up impressive numbers right now. The thing that really kind of scares me with him is it does seem like he's going to come off the bench to start the season, but I don't know how long that's going to last. But another reason why I'll go with Keegan Murray is if the Kings are better than people think and they finally make the play-in tournament, like the vibes around them are going to be so good. The vibes around them are going to be so good that I could see them just throwing Keegan Murray the award if he has a good season, and is a big reason why they're a play-in team. Because it'll be like the good feel-good story. Benedict Mathurin is Rookie of the Year. Yeah, Mathurin, I wanted to put him on here too, but I just think Keegan Murray's team's going to win more. I don't know how much that matters for Rookie of the Year, to be honest with you. Would be fun to see Kings do well for once. Yeah, like that's kind of what I'm thinking. If the Kings do well, interesting odds. Like Paolo is a favorite by a fuck ton. I kind of am interested in where Chet would be on this. Yeah, mostly is a points per game award, except last year, which is kind of another thing. Like Scotty was on the most successful team out of all of the rookies, so they kind of were just like, all right, Scotty gets it. I could see something very similar. Benedict Mathurin, yeah, I could definitely see it be Benedict Mathurin for sure. You guys know I love Benedict Mathurin. I threw him at 100 in my top 100 player rankings. I'm bought in. Mathurin, you have to understand that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't sound like I'm saying that, but I am saying that. It's just what it sounds like coming out of my mouth. Most improved, a complete and total shit show award. Nobody knows what this award is. John Morant winning the award was a farce. Just incredibly fucking stupid that he won that award. Doesn't make any sense, right? Anthony Edwards is the betting favorite for this. How does that make any sense? Anthony Edwards winning this award would be a disgrace. Number 1 overall pick, has been good his entire career. And like, what most improved how? You know, I guess he would take a step forward, but still. My slightly insane pick is Devin Vassell, right? Plus 3,500, 19th best odds here. He's going to get the opportunity in San Antonio. I think he's a good player. I could definitely see him being one of those guys right at the end of the year. You look at just like player stats, and then you see Devin Vassell, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? He averaged 19 points? He averaged 21 points? Wait, what the hell's going on over there? You know, but the problem is like the Spurs are going to lose so many games. But I really didn't love anybody outside of it. Like, to me, Devin Vassell fits the mold of a most improved player candidate. Anthony Edwards doesn't fit the mold. Zion, what the hell is he doing on this list? How does Zion have the 3rd highest odds? This isn't comeback player of the year. What is Shea doing on this list? What is LaMelo doing on this list? RJ makes some sense. Brunson makes some sense. What's Michael Porter Jr. doing here? Why is Scotty Barnes here? What's Ayton doing here? Ben Simmons, like, what the fuck? What's he doing here? You can't say about Edwards, though. Remember, Ja won it last year. He's a 2nd pick and all-star. No, that's what I'm saying. It's broken. So I actually am kind of wondering. I'm actually wondering which Tyrese are you talking about. I'm actually wondering if there's going to be some, like, corrections by the voters this year where they're like, okay, last year we kind of got it wrong, so we need to change like the spirit of this award. So I have Devin Vassell as my slightly insane pick. My slightly safe pick is actually gonna be Tyrese Maxey. He fits what this award should be more than anybody else. What was he? Was he the 19th overall pick? Whatever he was a few years ago. He was in the 20s, right? Has become one of the best 3rd options in the NBA. And if the Sixers are really good, he makes a lot of sense to me. He makes a lot of sense. Yeah, like Julius Randle fit this award to a T. Somebody who's kind of okay, kind of good, like eh. And then boom, all NBA year. Yeah, that's most improved. John Morant, seriously? That's a joke. Desmond Bane fits that award perfectly. He should have won it. Jordan Poole fits that award more than anybody else. That's my mom, Kathy. She's helped me clean the bathroom. Hey, shout out to you, Kathy. Hit me up after the stream. Tyrese Maxey is my safe pick at a plus 1100. See, like the odds are all over the place, though. Like the favorites plus 800. Nobody knows this award. My pick, though. You guys are going to be shocked by this. It's been a complete and total 180 for me from this guy. But I think the improvements, if he makes them, could be noticeable enough that he has to get the award. Who am I talking about? If his efficiency numbers, his shooting splits, if those go up, it's going to be next to impossible to not consider this guy for the award, even though it's very, very rare for second-year players to win this award. My pick's actually going to be Josh Giddey. He's the 19th. He's actually tied with Devin Vassell for the 19th best odds. I think if you see a scoring uptick and an efficiency uptick, it's going to dramatically change how people view Josh Giddey as a player. So I'm putting him here. And he's going to have plenty of opportunity with Shea presumably missing the start of the season. Has there been any update on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander? Chet's out. Like, he's going to have plenty of time. Plenty of opportunity to prove himself. Again, very rare that a second-year player wins this award. But Giddey's shooting splits were so bad last year that I actually think he has a good chance if he has a good season this year, of course. That's like the big deciding factor, obviously. Guys, I think... Where's Desktop Windows Manager? It's not even on here. Knock on glass. But things might have just changed tremendously for this channel. Oh, you see I got C++ up. I am learning how to develop my own gigantic sports website. ESPN probably has about 10 to 20 years left, I would have to say. SGA is projected to play in the opener? That's in 2 days. Has there actually been any reporting on this? I looked into it not too long ago. All right, I just looked up Shea and I wish I didn't. Thank God I didn't have this on my fucking screen. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, let's see. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander likely ready to play the season opener. Okay, Chet Holmgren out of the boot. All right. Okay. There you go. Shea's projected to play opening night. Hell yes. Yes, that makes me very excited. I'm actually so excited about that. All right, my Shea Gilgeous-Alexander All-Star season is alive and well. Ant-Man's most improved? There's no way. I'm very happy about this news for Shea. I really am. All right, that actually makes me... And the Thunder are going down in betting odds? No. Get it while you can. Get it while you can. Coach of the Year. Taylor Jenkins is the favorite here. It's a good favorite. I don't know about Coach of the Year. Outside of the top 10, Steve Kerr sitting at 11th. That's, like, if you wanted to make value bets and value bets only, Steve Kerr is by far what you should go for. Narrative is going to be on his side. If the Warriors finish as a 1 seed, which is what I predicted, I think there's a good chance he gets it. Right? I predict Chet will make it in the season and within 2 weeks be injured again. Oh, no, they're not playing Chet. Do you even know the Thunder? See, like, Steve Nash has better odds than Steve Kerr. Make it make sense. Make it make sense to me. Kerr should be coach of the year every year just for having to put up with Draymond. See, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is if they are a #1 seed, given all of the shit going on with them. Look at Greg Popovich at plus 8,000. Isn't that crazy? Steven Silas and Jamal Mosley. Mavs legends. Rick Carlisle. 3 Mavs legends in the bottom 4. Obviously, this is more like a team. You have a good team thing. How long will Golden State ownership put up with $500 million of salary plus tax every year? I don't think it's not much longer. I really don't think Draymond's on that team next season. Who's going to pay him? That's a different story. I don't know. Something insane. Steve Kerr at 11th. With the Draymond punch and everything, if they're really good, Steve Kerr is going to be in the convo for sure. Coach of the year is really weird. I don't know. It feels like they always give it to who deserved it the year before. So think about like Monty Williams last year. He really deserved it 2 years ago when Thibodeau won it. So they gave it to Monty Williams last year, even though Taylor Jenkins probably was probably a better option maybe. Not like Monty Williams is a bad option. They won 64 games, but you see what I'm getting at. My slightly safe pick is Tyronn Lue. He's I mean, they love him. Media loves him. He's been widely considered one of the better coaches in the NBA for a while now. If the Clippers are healthy and good, he'll have the record. And I could definitely see them giving it to him. Just as like, hey, you've been a good coach in this league for a long time now. Here you go. Here's your coach of the year award. That seems like another way they do it. Timberwolves coach might be a good pick. Yeah, Chris Finch is second. So Ty Lue feels like a safe pick to me. And you know what? Ty Lue's my actual real pick. That's right. Mark it down. You guys know how I feel about the Clippers, man. I'm supposed to hate them as a Mavs fan. I just can't. They're just too fucking good. And if they're healthy, and even if they're not healthy, that might help his chances, right? But let's say Kawhi misses 20 games at some point, and they still finish the top 3 seed, or Paul George misses 30 games. They're a top 3 seed because they're insanely deep. Noah, what up, dude? Dinwiddie has generics on 2K23. How humiliating. Doesn't he have his own shoe? Clippers final supremacy? Yeah, the Clippers are the best team in the NBA. I've been saying that. They're just stupid good. I just can't believe Steve Kerr's at 11th. That makes 0 sense to me. Even like Budenholzer being here at plus 1,800. Nick Nurse at here at 1,800. Like, I don't understand these odds. I just don't. I guess it's like they want to give it to the new and up-and-coming coaches. That's what it is. These guys have been around too long. So it's just boring giving them the awards, even though they're probably... Like, where's, okay, Spoelstra's here. And Spoelstra's at least, what, 5th? Look at Kid at 6th. How about that, huh? Dinwiddie own shoe is Vans? No, it's not. I find it easy to hate any LA team because their fans are insufferable most of the time. Dude, Clippers have like 13 fans. Lakers? Sure. I've heard multiple people say Mavs are a playing team. I just don't see how. They're the easy one. They're just the easy pick to knock off out of the top 6. Like, that just is what it is. Everybody wants to pencil in the Pelicans because they're the fun new team. Timberwolves, they're the fun new team. Somebody's got to go. How many wins would it take for Mosley to win it? Oh, my God. A lot. Like, they'd have to be like a 9 seed or something. Or an 8 seed. That would be nice. That would be sick, though. Sixth man of the year. This is another shit show award. Like, how many of these guys are actually going to be 6th man? I took the most slightly insane pick I could find was Tim Hardaway. 26th best odds. At plus 5,000. I don't know. Like, it's just outside of the top 10, all of the selections here are garbage. Like, you're literally just wasting your money. Doc Rivers? Yeah, wait, what was Doc Rivers coach of the year odds? It should be lower than this. Let me just tell you. It should be way lower. It should be actually in the dirt. Like, I would definitely rather bet Nate McMillan. Even Dwayne Casey, I'd rather bet Dwayne Casey. Mike Brown being this low is kind of shocking. Let me just, you're wasting money on Doc Rivers. You're wasting money on Chauncey Billups. You're wasting money on Steve Nash. If you're betting on any of those guys to win Coach of the Year, you need to seek help immediately. So I went with Tim Hardaway outside of my top 10. I mean, look at the options here. Jordan Clarkson, which this has actually changed. Jordan Clarkson was in the top 10 when I was doing this. Oh, wait, I can't count. He is still in the top 10. Bogdan's probably the best one. Kevin Love, does he have that good of a shooting season again? I don't know. Oubre, no fucking chance at all. Bobby Portis, maybe, actually. Bobby's not a bad choice. IQ, I don't know. There's just so many guards there. Anthony Melton would be interesting. Don't see it, though. Cam Johnson, he's starting. That's like the whole reason Jay Crowder's getting traded. You're wasting money. Brandon Clark, kind of interesting. Russ is actually a little bit interesting. The reason being is if he does come off the bench and is like kind of good, I could definitely see them giving it to him. Davion, not going to be good enough offensively. Derek White, too many mouths to feed. Caruso, not good enough offensively. Montrez, not again. Malik Monk. See, like, this is where I'm at. Tim Hardaway, out of all of these guys ahead of him, if Tim Hardaway has, like, an insane shooting season and the Mavs are good, he's in the convo, I guess. Yeah, John Wall's kind of interesting. Kendrick Nunn's actually kind of interesting, too, I'll be honest. But is he going to start, though? I don't know what... Their team's disgusting. I don't know what they're doing over there. Like, I'm pretty sure Poku's going to start, at least to start the season. Okoro might start. Precious is probably going to start, isn't he? If not, then these are actually kind of juicy odds for Precious, I'll be honest. I mean, down here, you're really Melo, DiVincenzo, PJ Tucker, Rondo is not even on an NBA team. Malachi Flynn, I guarantee you, ball don't stop bet on him. Guarantee you. All right, for my slightly safe pick, Jordan Poole, obviously. I mean, if he comes off the bench the whole season, I have a hard time imagining anybody else winning this award. Just seems super obvious. Hero is going to start. What are the other favorites? Christian Wood's actually up here second, which if he puts up numbers and is on the bench the whole season, he definitely has a good shot. Norman Powell, you guys know I love Norman Powell. He could definitely win it too. But I'm pretty sure Hero's probably going to start more often than not. Brogdon, can he stay healthy? I don't know. Bone Tylen's pretty interesting. Dinwiddie's going to start. Anthony Simons, is he still coming off the bench? The Jazz are just going to be too bad for Clarkson. Karis LeVert, no thank you. If Wood scored 25 a game, he has a chance. If Wood scores 25 a game, he's fucking winning it. Jordan Poole is my pick. It's just, yeah, it's the Warriors just won a championship. Like, they're going to get some awards, I think. If he's coming off the bench the whole season, it's going to be him. He's going to have the numbers. He's going to have the narrative. He's going to have all of it. Easy. I mean, that's easy. Lock it in. How many more do we have left? Defensive Player of the Year. Is that the last one? It is. All right. Defensive Player of the Year. No surprise. Rudy Gobert is the favorite. Here's where slightly insane. Plus 40,000. I had to double check that. Plus 40,000. For Dorian Finney-Smith. 48th best odds. What if the Mavs are a top 3 defense? And every other player ahead of Dorian Finney-Smith gets in a bus accident. Knock on glass. Then Dorian is the guy. Dorian Finney-Smith gets no respect. He really doesn't. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, everybody outside of this is in the conversation. AD, obviously, is a pretty good one. Jaren Jackson's a pretty good one. Jared Allen's a pretty good one. But after that, Drew Holiday deserves it. But after everything that happened with Marcus Smart last year, they're not giving it to a guard again. Miles Turner, there's no way they vote for him. Herb Jones, I guess not impossible. Matisse Thybulle, no fucking chance. Kawhi, come on, no. Paul George, no. Scotty Barnes, maybe. DeJounte, no. Caruso, no. Ayton, no. Mitchell Robinson, no. He fouls too much. Jimmy, no. Gary Payton, no. Lou Dort, no. Pat Bev, get serious for 1 second in your life. Brooke Lopez, no. OG, maybe. Mo Bamba, no chance. Al Horford, you know, kind of a sleeper, Big Al. Especially if Robert Williams misses a little bit more time than we think. Definitely a sleeper. Like, look at some of the guys ahead of Dorian. KP. I mean, seriously, please. Robert Covington. Love him. He's like, what, their 8th guy off the bench right now? Dorian has the same odds as Davion Mitchell. Jonathan Isaac, who's not going to play a minute this year. Come on. The anchor on one of the best defenses in the NBA. Seriously? I remember when the media had the Mavs taking Bamba over Luka. Well, I think a lot of that had to do with people not thinking Luka was going to go to 5. Or at least, like, it wasn't possible for the Mavs to trade up to get Luka. Like, that's more of what it was. I do remember those debates, though. I can't tell you how many times I yelled at Ben Rogers on Twitter because he wanted Mo Bamba, and he said Mo Bamba was second on his board. I'll never forget this. This was one of the first times where I made a stand on Twitter, and I was right. I wanted Jaren Jackson Jr. Like, I didn't think getting Luka was a possibility at all. But in the 5th pick, I wanted Jaren Jackson Jr. I wanted Michael Porter Jr. I don't remember what I wanted. I just know I did not want Mo Bamba at all. I knew that for a fact. I did not want Mo Bamba. But Mavs fans wanted Mo Bamba badly. I'll never forget there was a highlight video going around Mavs Twitter where it was Mo Bamba defensive highlights. And, you know, he was a beast in college, whatever. But it was like a 3-minute video, and a minute and a half of the video was him defending inbound passes. Like, him is 7 feet tall with his gigantic wingspan just standing there on inbound passes like this. I was like, this is what you guys are presenting to me as the 5th overall pick? Get out of my face. Has Bamba even done anything with the Magic? I mean, he shoots threes and he blocks shots. Like, he does exactly what you thought he would do. He's not like a franchise-altering player, though. Wiggins isn't a terrible pick for how low he is on this list. Where's he at? Like, Kevin Durant. You know what would have to happen for Kevin Durant to win Defensive Player of the Year? Like Julius Randle? Seriously? Tyrese Maxey? Who's betting on this? Landry Shamet? Where's Wiggins? Did I miss him? Even on here? Oh, there he is. Yeah, it's not terrible. My slightly insane pick is Dorian Finney-Smith, though. Plus 40,000. He's like the only guy in that range who is the like unquestionable best defender on what should be a good defense. Slightly safe is Rudy Gobert, obviously. I just think there's definitely some voter fatigue with him. Last year, you've decided you're putting 1,000 on Shamet. Well, if he somehow wins, if the rest of the league retires mid-season and Shamet's the last player and he wins Defensive Player of the Year, you're going to be a very rich man. Yeah, Ben Simmons was outside the top 10, right? He was who I was going to do at first. Okay, well, whenever I was originally doing this, he was outside of the top 10. These have, like, changed dramatically. But it was a little bit too boring putting him there, honestly. Just felt like a boring pick. Rudy Gobert, if the Timberwolves defense becomes a top 7 defense, he's going to win it, guaranteed. I think there was a lot of voter fatigue with him last year. Like, he should have won it. Again, Marcus Smart had no business winning that award. God bless him, but he just had no business. But I could definitely see Gobert winning it if the Timberwolves are a good defense. But my pick is actually one of my favorite players. Take a guess. Take a guess who it is. Take a guess who it is. One of my favorite players in the league. I'm really banking on him having a big year. Shea? No, it's not Shea. I'm not that disillusioned. I'm a little bit disillusioned, but not that much. Smart? It's not Smart. Jaren Jackson Jr. Come on, guys. Yep, there it is. Bam. Bam is my pick. He is second. He's his second best odds, so it's not like it's something crazy, but I'm just thinking it's a big year for Bam. I don't know why. I'm expecting like the year that we've all kind of been waiting for. I mean, he probably wins it last year if he's healthy, or at least finishes maybe top 2. Like if everybody was healthy in this race last year, I don't know who wins it between him or Draymond. It would be neck and neck. But if he's healthy this entire season, I think Bam might win it. He's just like probably the most versatile defender in the NBA. I forgot about Bam because my hate for the Heat blinds me. That's fair. That's fair. This is the year we audition Bam to be Luka's teammate. You see it, man. You see the vision. But these are my award picks. I didn't miss an award or anything, did I? I'm not doing like teammate of the year. So for MVP, I went slightly insane. Trae Young, 13th best odds. I kind of like that. Embiid, gun to my head. I'm picking Embiid. It's just the Sixers are going to be good. Like, I feel more confident about the Sixers being good in the regular season than the Mavericks, to be honest with you, even though I think the Mavericks will be fine. But my pick's obviously Luka. I mean, get serious for a second. You think I'm going to pick anybody outside of him? You're insane. Rookie of the year, my insane pick, Ousmane Dieng. I just think, I don't know. Like, everybody outside the top 10 doesn't, I don't really see it. There's like questions about their game. Zhang's the only one who's on like a team that'll give him enough chance. And his style is just, his style could translate to stats more than anybody else in that area. Safe pick is obviously Paolo, but I'm going with Keegan Murray as my selection just because if the Kings are really good or something, or not really good, but really good by King standards, and Keegan Murray's a big reason for that, I could definitely see him getting the nod. So I don't know why you're so high on the Hawks. Their spacing is going to be ass, and John Collins is so, I swear, Trae will be good, but the rest of the team is so mid, it's crazy. Their spacing won't be bad. Their spacing won't be bad, I don't think. I actually think they'll be the best offense in the NBA. That's my predictions. I think they'll have the highest rated offense in the NBA this year. Think about their spacing won't be bad. If DeJounte is bringing the ball up the floor, you have a lethal off-ball shooter in Trae. John Collins can shoot, so he can space the floor. Whoever they throw at the three, like DeAndre Hunter can shoot a little tiny bit, so whatever, he's out there. Bogdan can shoot. And then you have Clint Capella, who can space the floor vertically. Same with Okongwu. That's a real thing, vertical spacing. Most improved, I mean, this is just a shit show award. Nobody knows what's going on. Devin Vassell is my slightly insane pick. Maxi's my safe pick. And my real pick is Josh Giddey. Kind of shocking that Giddey and Vassell have the same odds. I guess it's the second-year player thing. Like, they just don't win. Trae's average at best off ball slightly. Get real. Dude, he's like 50% shooter on catch and shoot threes. Coach of the year, slightly insane. Steve Kerr is at the 11th best odds. That's shocking. Ty Lue, 4th best odds at plus 1,300. He's my pick. I think he's the safest pick. If they're healthy, they're going to be good. Everyone else ahead of Ty Lue is like, okay, what if the Grizzlies regress a little tiny bit? Okay, Taylor Jenkins isn't winning. Chris Finch. What if the Timberwolves aren't as good as people think? He's not winning. Mazzulla. What if the Celtics are a shit show? He's not winning. So, Ty Lue enters the fold. 6th man of the year, Jordan Poole. Easy pick, in my opinion. Defensive player of the year. Bam, bye. Let's go, Bam. Putting a lot of stock in you this year, Bam. Putting a lot of stock in you. Putting a lot of stock. All right. All NBA teams. And then we'll wrap things up. This will be a shorter stream today, but I got things to do in preparation for tomorrow. Opening night. We'll be streaming the games. You know the drill. First team All-NBA. Gonna go with Steph. Think he has a big year. He'll have the narratives on his side. For sure. Was second team All-NBA last year. Don't think that happens again. He'll be first team All-NBA if he's healthy and has a good season. Luka, right? Obviously my pick for MVP. He's got to be in the conversation. If he wins MVP, he's going to be first team. First team All-NBA 3 years in a row. Don't see it changing anytime soon. Giannis, obviously, if he's healthy, he's getting it. Kevin Durant is also making the first team All-NBA this year. That's my prediction. I think the Nets. I had the Nets finishing what, 4th? Was that where I predicted them to be? If that's the case, Kevin Durant's got a good chance at MVP. I'm gonna say that. He's got a good shot at MVP. I could definitely see him making a first team. And then Embiid. I think this is finally Embiid's year. Finally Embiid's year. I think it's gonna be a mixture of the Sixers being really good, Embiid being really good, obviously, and then Jokic, just the voter fatigue setting in. The voter fatigue setting in massively. Second team, Trae Young. That's right. Trae Young, second team All-NBA. I'm banging that drum this year, guys. I really am. He led the league in total points and assists for only the second time it's ever happened. And nobody talks about it. Second team. Damian Lillard, second team. I think he's gonna have a big season, even if the Trailblazers are bad. Which I don't know. Because I picked the Blazers to finish 12th. I just don't like that team. And if that happens, I don't think Dame gets a second team nod, but whatever. There's no consistency on this channel, and that's okay. Tatum, second team. First team last year. I think he's second team this year. Zion, I'll give him second team. Going to be a lot of Zion narratives this year. Jokic, if Jokic isn't first team, he's second team easily. Like Embiid, Jokic, second team, first team, locked, assuming health. Third team, Ja. Zach LaVine is my bold prediction. I think he has a huge year. I don't know what it is. I'm feeling a huge year from Zach LaVine. Where's Devin Booker? He's not on the list. LeBron, Paul George, also a bit of a risk. And then Bam. I got Bam winning Defensive Player of the Year. He's got to make an All-NBA team. So boom, here's my predictions. Man. We got our Eastern Conference, Western Conference, top 100 players, awards. We're ready to go, man. We are ready to go. No, I'm not doing all-star predictions. It's just, I don't want to sit here and talk about 30 players. Sally, how would you feel if we lose to the Suns on Wednesday? It's a long season. Let's not forget how god-awful we looked. Let's not forget how god-awful we looked opening night last year against the Hawks. I mean, the sky was falling. The sky was crumbling around us. Hold on, let me go back to my... Let me see if I can find the video from that night. I had a softball game, so I wasn't streaming the game. My God, I post a lot of videos. Scroll. Cowboy videos, Jesus. Here it is. Sly Bias reacts to Dallas Mavericks getting destroyed by the Atlanta Hawks. This was true. It's gonna be a long season, guys. It was a long season. It was a long season. I was right about that. It would be perfectly okay if we win the revenge game set up by the NBA for us to lose. Yeah. The length of an NBA regular season is daunting. Starts before Halloween and ends in the summer. Well, regular season ends in the spring, but I do get what you're saying. It's how many we lose after 82 games that matters. Yeah, I mean, if we win Wednesday, great. I'm feeling really good, especially if we win Saturday too. Like beat the Suns and then beat the Grizzlies. I mean, we're cruising. Like we're off to a great start. But we have a tough start to the season, schedule-wise. We'll be all right. Like I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Any of you guys, like, I'm so excited for this NBA season, man. Like, I have butterflies right now just thinking about tomorrow night's games. And the Mavs aren't even playing. What is it? It's Warriors and Lakers, obviously. And then who? Sixers and Bucks, right? Oh, Sixers and Celtics. Boston -2.5. Warriors -6.5. What the hell? At home against the Lakers, 6.5. We might have to hammer that one. But we will be live tomorrow. It'll be the first ever episode of the Slightly Biased Bounce Around. Gonna happen all season long. Right now, my tentative schedule for it is every Monday. Don't give a shit about Monday Night Football. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, I think is my tentative schedule. So no Sunday or Thursday streams. But every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, we go live, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and just chill, watch the games, hang out. Prize picks it up, win millions of dollars. Not that I condone gambling, I don't. It's terrible. That's why my Prize Picks bets are always like $3 or whatever the absolute minimum is. But I'm very excited, man. Why is it always Warriors versus Lakers? Ratings. Ring night, Warriors versus LeBron James. People are going to tune in. The best was the Lakers-Clippers, right? Right after the trade. Lakers-Clippers. Right after the Clippers got quiet and everything. They had the Lakers-Clippers game 1. You guys remember that? And didn't the Lakers dominate them? I'm trying to remember. Someone got dominated. I think it was actually the Lakers. That was AD's first year there, too. Letting the Warriors get their rings in LeBron's face is nice. Man, LeBron's in like a... I just saw an ad last night for another LeBron movie where they're throwing a party at his house. Like LeBron... Hey, LeBron's just in movies now. Right? He's coasting. It's a rest day for Kawhi. Letting the Warriors get their... I already read that. Mavericks win 60-plus games. If the Mavs win 60-plus games, Luka's cruising to an MVP. It might be unanimous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, short stream today, but, you know, we got right down to business. We got right to business, and that was it. Tomorrow, I will be live. What time did the game start? Is it 6:30 or 6? 6:30. I'll be live at 6:15 Central Standard Time on this channel. We'll have prize picks going. The whole 9 yards. It's going to be great. I cannot wait. And then obviously Wednesday, Luka Doncic propaganda. And then a lot of NBA games on Wednesday. Every other team opens up their season on Wednesday, I believe. There might be some stragglers who start on Thursday. Like Bucks Sixers. Or do the Bucks play on Wednesday? No, so the Bucks start their season on Thursday. I think that's the only team. Maybe the Clippers. Yeah, Bucks and Clippers don't start until Thursday. But outside of that, Wednesday is going to be a busy night. Mavs play at 9. I can't wait. All of the OGs, you guys know I love you very much. Quiz Pitcher Monday afternoon, anywhere in the world you decided to spend it here. New subscribers, I promise you guys will not regret it. We stream all the time. Can't wait to see you guys throughout the regular season. I've never actually finished a song. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night when we go live for the games. Until then, love you guys very much. Goodbye.